singles action here at Bone Crushers. Crazy Ed, NWF Hall of Famer, going one-on-one against Beans. Of course, this a rematch from last week. We were here at Bone Crushers. In the end of that match, you saw Crazy Ed. He attempted to use Beans' guitar against him, but the referee, Chumley Banks, not letting that happen. But as the referee had his back turned, Ed would grab Bucket, hit Beans over the head with it, and would get the win. That's why this time around, Beans laid down the challenge to Ed. No Bucket and no guitar at ringside for this one. No possible outside interferers, outside factors. And we've got us a rematch here tonight as Ed worked it on the arm of Beans early on. And now I think you saw him just starting to bite at the fingers of Beans there. Referee not gonna let that happen. And now Ed with the hammerlock in, just toying with Beans, and Beans fighting out of it with those back elbows. And the ropes goes Beans underneath the clothesline as Beans drops Crazy Ed. And he comes Beans with a hip toss. Charges in, Beans nails that arm drag. Back up is Crazy Ed, and there's a second one, and this time Beans holding on to the arm. Working on the arm of Crazy Ed is Beans in these opening moments. Ed struggling back now, back to his feet. Beans just trying to keep him at a low center of gravity, swinging a clothesline. Beans, though, hook of the arm, slides him over, backslide, pinning predicament, but Ed out of it at 2. Beans with a hold of the waist, into the ropes, rolls through here, into the cover again. Ed kicking out once again. Perhaps Ed didn't expect all this from Beans early on in this match. Of course, it was a few weeks back where Ed in the ring made claims about how the Future Stars division have been handed everything on a silver platter, how they don't deserve the shows they've been able to wrestle on for the past few years, and Beans was the one who would come out, would defend the Future Stars division, and that led us to their match last week. Of course, would end with Ed using the bucket, which leads us here to this rematch tonight. No bucket and Beans' guitar, neither at ringside for this one. As you see, Ed just choking Beans against the ropes. Referee Chumley Banks not gonna let that happen for long as Ed across the ring, driving all his body weight into Beans. Hold of Beans by the back of the head as he drops him down to the mat. Huge strike across the forehead, and now handful of Beans' hair back to the ropes. He brings him, and now once again just choking Beans against that middle rope. And right before the 5 count, Crazy Ed letting go. In the corner is Beans as Ed just clubs him across the chest. And now dangerous predicament for Beans across the ring as Crazy Ed calls for that hog splash, and he gets it. Hog splash, runs corner to corner for it. And now once again with a hold of Beans into the opposite corner, he sends him. Perhaps looking for a second one here. Hog splash once again, but nobody home. Beans out of the way. And now Beans, big elbow. A second one follows it. Starting to get back into this match is Beans as he lays in a clothesline on the Hall of Famer. And across the ring is Crazy Ed, and in comes Beans. Nails that monkey flip on Crazy Ed. And you hear the crowd at Bone Crusher starting to rally behind Beans in this singles action, and now has a hold of him, and he nails the stroke. The stroke hits on Beans. And you saw Beans there, needed a moment to recover, went for the pin, but Crazy Ed rolling to the outside of the ring. And And you see Beans obviously wants to get his hands on Crazy Ed, but you see, oh my! And Crazy Ed on the outside as Beans came over, nails him with bucket. And I mean, ladies and gentlemen, the rules of this match were that there would be no bucket and Beans' guitar. Neither would be at ringside.
As a result of a disqualification, Beans.
But it's clear Crazy Ed didn't care for the rules as he assaults Beans with bucket in hand. And now it's a swinging bucket at referee Chumley Banks. What has gotten into Crazy Ed? Beans getting the win tonight via disqualification as and with a hook of his arms. And Beans gets driven into the mat. Once again with a hold of bucket, but hey, here comes Joe Pro James. Joe Pro James into the ring, coming to the aid of Beans against Crazy Ed.
You are now on my bucket list.
And it's clear Ed wants no part of Joe Pro.
Crazy Ed, week after week, you have hit me with your bucket. The only thing that you have proved is that you need an equalizer. You need to use bucket to get ahead. While the Future Stars, I have proved that the Future Stars have put in as much work, as much blood, as much sweat, as much tears as the older generation. Crazy Ed, this Saturday at Bone Crushers, Wildcat Chris Harris made it legal. Bucket on a pole match. First, whoever gets it can use it. And Crazy Ed, if I get it, I can use it. So what's going to be an excuse when I can hit you with bucket? The Jukebox Hero is still here to stand up for the Future Stars division.
Beans, you wanted a match last week, and what happened? You got carried out. So then you get a match tonight, and what happened? You got carried out. And now next week, you want a match and bucket is legal? What do you think the twisted things I'm gonna do to you in that match? And once again, you will be carried out. Future Stars, this is who you have standing up for you? I think I've proven my point with that one. Now let's move on to my second issue. Joe Pro. Now you're getting in my business? Like I told you in the ring, you have now joined the bucket list.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bustin' Loose. This Saturday night, we make our return to Bone Crushers in Elmwood Place, Ohio. And already announced, we've got some huge matches signed.
That's right, and as you just saw, bucket is now legal as Beans and Crazy Ed face each other one-on-one in a bucket on a pole match.
Tag team action as well. The Axis of Power, Jack Phoenix and Axel Thorne team up against Robbie Jacobs and Pennsylvania Smith.
And as we've seen, James Cross is willing to do anything to win. So this week, Wesley Thomas and James Cross will have a rematch for the Tri-State Championship, this time with 2 referees present.
Doors open at 6:30. Bell time is 7:30. Admission is only $8 at the door. Make sure you join us Saturday night, March 2nd. women's revolution action here at Bone Crushers. Big Mama going one-on-one with the Neon Dream. Riley Matthews, Denver Drake here. Riley trying to choke out Big Mama early, it seems. Putting that weight on her back as well. Of course, I mean, Riley knows there's a clear weight advantage, a clear size advantage here in this match as Big Mama just backs her into the corner. But look at Riley, though, still with a hold of her, now laying in these strikes across the chest. Oh, and almost like a stunner variation there as Big Mama gets set back into that corner. And now Riley staying on her, laying in the heavy leather on Big Mama. Runs in with the double knees on Big Mama, and Riley Matthews is wasting no time in this match. It's clear. Riley Matthews knows if she gives Big Mama any room to breathe, that she will be able to take over in this match. As Riley Matthews just knees her in the gut. Absolutely, I did. Second turnbuckle. Riley off the top. And just like we said, she gave Big Mama a little room to breathe. And she slams Matthews down to the canvas. Choking her against the mat. Might not look good in these passing moments for Riley Matthews, because now Big Mama is back on top, and now once again against the ropes this time, choking her.
Come on! Quit choking her! Get her out of the ropes!
I do what I want to do.
Get it in the middle.
Riley Matthews back up to her feet. Big Mama pulls her into the corner and just driving her shoulder into Riley Matthews' midsection. Breaking down the midsection, the body of the Neon Dream, Riley Matthews. And now hold of her hair, just chucking her across the ring.
I got no hair in my hands. I don't know what you talking about. Let's go, Riley. You want to be next level?
I mean, you know how this match came about. Big Mama was in the ring preaching about her so-called friend, the Women's Revolution champion, Nikki Victory, and Riley Matthews would come out there and tell her that if Big Mama's not able to see how Savannah Sweet, how Nikki Victory are playing Big Mama, then she's a fool, she referred to her as. And of course, Big Mama laid down a challenge to her. Riley Matthews accepted, and now we've got us singles action here tonight at Bone Crushers as a result. Big time clothesline there from Big Mama. She was looking out for Big Mama. She's seen Nikki Victory and Savannah Sweet time and time again laughing behind Big Mama's back. She was coming to her aid almost, but Big Mama almost didn't want to believe it. Off the ropes. Big leg drop attempt from Big Mama, but Riley Matthews out of the way, and now the crowd at Bone Crusher starting to rally behind the Neon Dream. Gonna keep her grounded. Smart thinking by Riley. Double knees once again, and now over top of her. Not going to give Big Mama the chance to get back to her feet, but I might have spoken too soon. A hold of her leg. Oh! Riley Matthews just slapped Big Mama and catches the leg. Riley with that step-up enziguri, and now perhaps going to look for that code breaker off the top, but instead, huge crossbody taking down Big Mama. And Big Mama able to kick out. Matthews with a hold of Big Mama by her head. Big Mama back to her feet, throws a boot, nobody home. Riley Matthews nails a super kick. Off the rope, she sends her Big Mama, stands her ground. Nobody home for that clothesline into the corner. And now Riley from behind rolls her up, and she got her.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Riley Matthews.
Ladies and gentlemen, mark your calendars. The NWF is on the road. This Saturday night, March 2nd, we return to Bone Crushers in Elmwood Place, Ohio. Saturday night, March the 9th, we return to Hits in Covington, Kentucky. March 23rd, we make our return to the historic Ludlow Theater in Ludlow, Kentucky. Saturday night, April the 20th, we return to the Mount Orab Sports Complex in Mount Orab, Ohio. On May the 4th, it is Revolution Rising 3 Rebellious Journey, our annual all-women's event. And on May the 11th, it is the return to Fairfield, Ohio. It is the return to Swine City Brewing. Tickets available for all those events online at nwfwrestling.com. Tri-State Championship on the line. James Cross, the leader of the Axis of Power, defending against Second Nature, Wesley Thomas. Denver Drake here. Joining me is Chris Demise.
Thank you, Denver. This match made impromptu earlier tonight after James Cross came out and ran down the NWF Army. Wesley Thomas took exception to those comments, and Wildcat Chris Harris made the title match for tonight. Wesley Thomas now with the hammerlock in on James Cross. James Cross able to reverse, get the arm twist in, showing off that championship level wrestling he talks so much about. But whoa, what a reversal into the enziguri from Wesley Thomas. And now taking a minute to take a bow, talk about some championship level wrestling of his own, looking to become the new Tri-State champion here tonight at Bone Crushers.
Oh, Wesley Thomas there, schoolboy. Rolls up the Tri-State champion. Not able to get it though, Magistral now. Another pinning predicament, able to kick out. Scoops him up, oh, victory roll now. Cross out again. I don't think Cross was expecting all of this.
Wesley Thomas looking to get a quick victory, but James Cross having none of that, trying to escape and hold on to that Tri-State title here tonight.
Of course, last week, Wesley Thomas took the Tri-State champion to the limit. In the end, of course, James Cross got that win, but we saw earlier tonight, Thomas challenged him for a rematch. He said, if I get one more match with you, I can get the job done. And that's what led us here to this Tri-State Championship match tonight. And I mean, Wesley Thomas looking great in the early moments. Huge elbow to the side of the head, and Second Nature is rolling.
You notice, Dimmer, there is no bottom rope after our last match, but that's not going to stop the butterfly Wesley Thomas from taking it in the air, delivering that huge elbow drop from more than halfway across the ring.
Insane distance with that elbow drop, but Tri-State champion able to kick out. Pulls Cross back to his feet, and Cross quickly to the throat of Wesley Thomas, and he just nailed that that release suplex on second nature.
Yeah, folded him up like an accordion with that move.
Cover there from the Tri-State champion Thomas, able to kick out. Look at Cross just dragging Thomas's head across the ring canvas. Cross just stalking Wesley Thomas. Hold of his leg now. Drives it into the mat.
Where's the fight, Cross? I thought you were that close.
And Cross wasting no time trying to get into the head of the challenger, into the head of Wesley Thomas. Into the corner goes Thomas. Gets an elbow on Cross, however. Charges towards him. Big knee there, follows it up. And look at that, out of the way, but Thomas into a sunset flip. Stacks up the champion. Cross kicks out. Turns it, and Cross nails that clothesline.
Wesley Thomas again tried for that quick victory, but James Cross able to escape and able to shut him right back down.
Cover there on Wesley Thomas. Thomas able to kick out. You hear the crowd beginning to chant Wesley Thomas's name here at Bone Crushers to get him back into this match, but as Cross just folding out Wesley's arm and just stomping at his elbow. Look at this, pinning him 1 foot there. The pure disrespect from Cross. Knew he wouldn't win off of a pinfall like that. Just time and time again trying to get into the head of Wesley Thomas.
Well, I don't know, Denver. I think maybe he was going to win off that one, because Wesley Thomas is a dweeb. He partners with Jaegerwood, who is a notorious dweeb, and is friends with Beth Reeves, the biggest no-good, violent maniac I've ever seen in my life.
And now look at this, Cross on the top rope. Look at Thomas there. Able to drop him on that top rope, in he comes. Oh, hits that side kick, and Cross spilling to the outside.
And if I were James Cross, I'd probably take a minute out there. He might need a breather after landing on that top rope in that fashion.
I mean, Thomas better know not to let him get that break and get that count to 10, because I mean, if he wins by a count out, he will not be leaving Tri-State champ.
That's right. Champion's advantage means that James Cross retains on a count out or disqualification. Chumley up to a count of 6 already, though, and James Cross saying enough.
Is he gonna try to leave?
He should. He just got hit in the privates.
I think
You want to call me out?
Cross might be thinking twice about this match with Wesley. Into the ring now, trying to catch him off guard. Nobody home. Kick to the gut. Pump knee there. Goes for a side kick. Cross leaps up. Hurricane Rana by Thomas. Charges towards him. Huge running face wash to the back of Cross's head. Looking for that side kick again. I think Cross went for a boot. Didn't get all of it. Thomas swinging around. Looking for that DDT. Cross with a hold of him. Oh, and transitioning it into a stunner. Thomas into the cover to win the Tri-State title, but Cross kicks out.
And I have no idea why James Cross even went back into the ring. Chumley Banks was already at a count of 8. Just go through the curtain, keep the title, and move on.
Maybe James Cross wants to prove he's a fighting champion. I mean, the crowd time and time again begin that overrated chant. Of course, I interviewed about that earlier. I had to make sure he knew not to shoot the messenger. That's just what I've been hearing. Nevertheless, perhaps looking to prove he's a fighting champion as he nails that DDT. Has a hold of him, spinning him. Look at that! Blue Thunder Bomb. And Thomas, though, Thomas kicks out.
Somehow, Wesley Thomas was able to kick out.
What else, I should say, does James Cross have to hit Wesley Thomas with to leave Bone Crusher still as Tri-State champ, but I think he's looking for that cyclone kick.
Going for the finisher right here, but Wesley Thomas able to roll through.
No one home. Thomas out of the way. Oh, kicks the back of the head. Almost like a Saito suplex there from Wesley Thomas. Goes with that side kick. Nobody home. And in comes Cross with that huge knee to the head. Thomas on spaghetti legs. Underneath it though, Thomas with one of his own, and down goes Cross.
And this is it, new champion.
Was almost able to beat Cross with his own move, that cyclone kick, but Cross able to kick out.
The Tri-State title hangs in the balance. Who's gonna win this matchup? Who's gonna leave the Tri-State champion?
With a hold of the referee, and look at that Cross. You know he thought that one out. Goes low on Wesley Thomas as he had the referee distracted, and now into the cover.
I think that'll do it.
And
still the Tri-State champion, James
Ladies and
Cross.
gentlemen, your winner, and still Northern Wrestling Federation Tri-State Champion, James Cross.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I am joined by NWF Commissioner Wildcat, Chris Harris. Now, Kat, the reason I wanted to talk to you here is because we have so many situations going on in the Northern Wrestling Federation, and I just want to get your words on some of them. First off, everything that's been going on recently with the Women's Revolution Champion, Nikki Victory, and Big Mama. What can you tell us about what's going on there?
Man, anytime there's a bunch of women involved in some kind of a fight, I don't want to be around. We got a serious situation going on because Savannah Sweet, Nikki Victory, they're talking, they're laughing behind Big Mama's back. She doesn't want to see that. We even had Riley Matthews this past week try to tell her what's going on, but it's almost like Big Mama's in denial. She just doesn't want to accept that. So it's going to be interesting to see. We know Riley Matthews is coming after the Women's Revolution title. It looks like she's going to have to go through Big Mama, but Big Mama's just been doing everything she can to get on the good side of Nikki Victory, and it's just not happening. So it's an interesting situation. We'll see where it goes.
On the topic of titles, it's clear that Nick Ultima has been gunning for the Lariat Luke Larson and his Unified Championship. Do you have any comments in regards to a future match perhaps happening between those two men?
Well, there's no doubt Nick Ultima has taken the place by storm. We are so impressed with what this guy has done. Luke Larson, he's been a great champion, Unified Champion, but yeah, Nick Ultima has thrown down the challenge week after week, it seems like, and he's looking strong as he's doing it. The problem is Luke Larson won't accept the challenge. So I'm gonna dig into this. I'm gonna keep it going, but I know that's a match that everybody wants to see. We want to see it for the Unified Championship. We're gonna get it one way or another. But yeah, as of right now, I don't mind saying it. Luke Larson's not accepting it.
I mean, over the past few weeks, we've seen Kobe Kane after his matches. There's been some strange stuff going on, to say the least. Is there anything about that you know of?
I think we're all trying to figure this out. I would not want to be Kobe Kane because, every time, every city we're in, after his matches, we're hearing this creepy, eerie sound coming out. We don't know what it is. Even Kobe Kane doesn't know what it is. You could tell by his reaction. So all we're going to have to do, we're just going to have to keep paying attention to this, seeing what happens. But it's got to give somewhere because we're all trying to figure this part out. But it's very creepy, eerie. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see where that goes.
And lastly, Beck Reeves has been on the case of MCE for quite some time, and it's clear now that Beck Reeves has them under investigation. Do you have any comments in regards to his evidence or anything with that investigation?
I think we've all been intrigued in this, but Beck Reeves has said he's had evidence for weeks, for months now that it's going on, and he's even unveiled some of that evidence. You know, we've been hearing things about tax evasion and money laundering and things like that. And to be honest with you, we've kind of seen the reactions of MCE, and I think they're running scared right now. They're worried about what other evidence may be coming out here. I think I can't wait to hear more from Beck Reeves. I mean, this could really get dirty. This could be some dirty info that we're looking at. MCE could be on the stand, let's say, here in the near future. But yeah, I can't wait to hear more evidence from Beck Reeves.
Kat, thank you for your time. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first.
Have you ever wanted to become a professional wrestler? Well, this is the place. This is Bone Crushers. Do you have the desire? Do you have what it takes to become a professional wrestler? Well, this is the place. 6105 Vine Street. Our staff of coaches have over 100 years of experience, and we will guide you and make your career path in professional wrestling. This is where it happens. Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6 to 8. This is Bone Crushers! Bone Crushers!
I was just informed by the NWF Wrestling Commission that at March 2nd at Bone Crushers, there'll be a rematch for my tri-state title against Wesley Thomas. And I've said this over and over and over and over to you again. You are a rookie. You are nothing. I am a king among men and a god among kings. And every time you get in the ring with me, the same thing happens. I kick you in the head and you go down for 1, 2, 3.
Not long after this event started, James, I came out and interrupted you. I gave you your flowers. I told you how good you are. You beat me clean. Inevitably, I got my rematch, but you didn't keep your word. There was nothing clean. You went low. So March 2nd, when we're back at Bone Crushers, we're going to have 2 referees to ensure you can't do that again. I'm going to beat the respect into you and take the title from you. See you there, James. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to try to get some quick words with Big Mama after her loss here tonight at Bone Crushers. Big Mama, we saw earlier tonight a devastating loss to Riley Matthews.
I have to take this. Hi, Nikki. Hi. Oh, yeah, about that. I'm really sorry, Nikki. I'm really, really, really sorry. No, I didn't beat her. Nope. No, I didn't beat her senseless either. I didn't hurt her. Nikki, I'm really sorry. Like I just said, I'm trying to help. Everything I'm doing, it's I know. Nikki, I'm sorry. We're trying. I don't know what else to do. What do you mean you don't want me in Covington? I'm trying to help. I'm sure that I can help you. What do you mean I'll just only be in the way? Come on, let me. She hung up.